Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. Back with another live stream. We're building on this boxing, talking about the news and notes, the latest news and notes in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody coming through the building, all the subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Anybody listen to this on the playback, I appreciate your support. You know what I'm saying? Um, Feel free to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Chime in on the conversation, whether it's on the live chat or in the comment section on the playback. It's all good. It's all love. So let's get into it. So Povetkin versus Dylan White was supposed to happen November the 21st, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks from now. But Povetkin tested positive for COVID-19, so he was hospitalized. So this fight has been tentatively postponed to January the 30th, you know what I'm saying? So it was some talks about Dylan White maybe fighting another opponent. I know Michael Hunter raised his hand and Shazor raised his hand after coming off that win. After coming off that defeat against Usyk. That probably been a good fight. They probably could sell that on short notice, but Dylan White decided just to stay the course and fight Povetkin in the rematch. So, you know what I'm saying? No fault on his, you know what I'm saying? He was preparing for this guy. This may get him actually a benefit for him because he was coming off a brutal knockout, so get him more time to get himself together and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Not mad at it. Not mad at it. So it actually helped him out in a way. But Povetkin, we'll see how he comes out of this, you know what I'm saying, with this COVID situation. So the new main event would be Sebastian Formella versus Conor Benn, welterweights. We're seeing Conor Benn, and we're seeing Sebastian Formella versus Sean Portland in August. You know what I'm saying? Good boxer, had a decent chin. You know what I'm saying? He did okay against Sean Portland, but he just didn't win no rounds. This more so his level. Conor Benn, this is a step up for him. So we'll see how he look. You know what I'm saying? Good looking prospect out there in the UK. And he got the name, you know what I'm saying, with his father being Nigel Benn. So should be a decent little scrap. So and that fight's still going down. Conor Benn versus Formella, November the 21st. So they still gonna keep the card. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you tune in for that one. All right, so we got another postponement. Miguel Burchett tested positive for COVID-19. He was supposed to fight Oscar Valdez. That fight getting pushed back to January. No date right now. Shakur Stevenson is going to step in as the main event. He don't have an opponent, but I got a couple names for him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Valdez and Burchett, that's still a great fight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all action. And like I said, maybe it's a blessing in disguise with these fights getting pushed back. Definitely for Burchett because that COVID-19 ain't nothing to play with. Valdez gave him an extra month to prepare. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But for Shakur, that's a good. He was going to go in January. You know what I'm saying? He is the WBO mandatory, so he's trying to get that fight. The winner between Herring and Carl Frampton. Bruce Gold, salute. He's trying to get that fight with the winner between Frampton and Herring, and they're supposed to fight. Their fight got pushed back. They was gonna go December 19th, but now they're gonna go probably January. So Shakur, he'll probably fight me. This is my theory. Who I think he's gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight Jonathan Oquendo, and because the reason why I say that is because it's a few factors. That's a common opponent. You know what I'm saying? He fought Jamel Herring, had that situation, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of headbutts. He was fighting dirty. Just looking at the WBO rankings, that name jumped out to me. There's other guys on there like Abraham Nova, but I don't really go with him because I think he's still developing and he got a nice little managing team. I don't think they're gonna go that route with 5 weeks notice. I think they're gonna fight somebody that's, outside of their promotional banner. So I say Jonathan Oquendo. I would say Andrew Cancio, the former regular champion at 130, WA champion. You know what I'm saying? He just signed with Top Rank. He been out the ring for over a year, coming up on a year. He got a new trainer, and he supposed to fought in the bubble a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, but he turned the fight down against Nano Rodriguez, and he wanted more money. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me right there, if he wanted more money against Nano, then what he gonna ask for Shakur in the 5 weeks notice? Plus, he don't have a he switched trainers, and then he went to Joe Goosen. Then that didn't work out with Joe Goosen. Now he's looking for another trainer. I don't know if he found one. So I just don't see Cancio as ideal facing Shakur on December the 12th. So I'm gonna ride with Oquendo. He should be in decent shape. You know what I'm saying? Because he had like 2 or 3 training camps because the Heron fight was postponed a couple of times. So um, we'll see. I know he was suspended. I don't know if he got suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission because he got disqualified. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Another name was Albert Bell, tall fighter, rangy fighter for Shakur. I mean, maybe. I ain't mad at the fight. I ain't mad at the Abraham Nova fight either if they can make that. So this is my guess. I'm gonna say Jonathan Oquendo, but we'll see. So and they got an undercard too. A couple of young fighters gonna be on the undercard. We got a good matchup on that undercard. Felix Verdejo versus Nakatani, Masayoshi Nakatani, the one who fought Teofimo before Teofimo won the world title. That's a good fight, good little crossroads fight. Verdejo looked good in his last fight in the bubble. He stopped a guy that's normally durable and a pesky guy in Will Madero. He stopped him in the first round. Looked good. And Nakatani he actually retired after the Teofimo Lopez fight. He had a brain bleed in that fight, and he supposed to be retired, but he can't. I mean, I guess he's good. I guess he's been cleared. So I mean, that's not the first time that happened. I remember the kid Ryan Barnett from the UK, former world champion. He had one. He had a skull fracture and some bleeding up there, and he came back and become world champion. So it's not really out of the realm of possibility, but if he's at his best, if he what he was when he fought Teofimo Lopez, that's gonna be a good fight for Verdejo. The knockout king, knockout kid, Edgar Berlanga is on this card. 15-0, 15 knockouts, 15 first round knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Look good on the Teofimo Lomachenko undercard. Got the guy up out of there. He's on this card. Opponent TBA, and then Baron Rodriguez, another good-looking prospect trained by Robert Garcia. He's on this undercard too. He fights at 108 pounds, southpaw. I mean, he's the truth. He's the truth. So, like I said, Top Rank, man. I said this before in other videos and stuff like that. Top Rank, they always keep their prospects active. You know what I'm saying? Keep them active, keep them in the gym, in shape, and stuff like that. So that's good, man. And they probably add more to this undercard. So we'll see. All right, we'll go to the next topic. So Estrada versus Rambasai got ordered by the WBC. Rambasai been the mandatory. You know what I'm saying? He was announced a mandatory last year at the convention, and then he was announced again in August. He had a couple takeover fights. He had like 2 fights since August. I think he fought August the 1st, and he fought a couple weeks ago. Low level fights. That's like a real diehard hardcore fan will try to be keeping up with that. But I seen a fight. I mean, he scored 2 knockouts. Well, he scored 1 knockout. The first fight he fought former world champion at NAC, and he had to step it up in that fight because he was getting outboxed, but he had to step it up. But this is a good fight. This will be a trilogy. Estrada, he lost the first fight, won the second fight last year, and it was talks of Estrada fighting Chocolatito, running it back for unification. But I guess this WBC or it take precedent, which I'm not really mad at. It's still a good fight. You know what I'm saying? If Rambasai don't fight on the right, fight like orthodox for like half of the fight. You know what I'm saying? The second fight, he fought orthodox half of the fight. It was getting, you know what I'm saying? He was getting outclassed. Then he switched to southpaw, his natural stance, and started winning rounds towards the end of the fight. I don't understand that, but still a good fight. Would that lead the rest of the division? Chocolatito, you know what I'm saying? So he left without a dance partner early next year. Anybody he fight, you know what I'm saying, it's still good because you're still watching a former, great fighter in in the twilight of his career and still putting on decent performance against younger guys. There's some smoke at 115. You got the IBF champion in Cajas. I'm not sure what he gonna do. He supposed to came back probably in one of these top ranked cards, but I'm not sure. He been out of action for a minute. I love to see a unification between him and Chocolatito. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the WBO. It's vacant right now. Ioka and Tanaka supposed to fight for that, which is a hardcore fan fight right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight right there. So that fight been on and off, so we don't know. So I'm not sure what Chocolatito gonna do. Then you got the winner between Franco and Maloney. They supposed to be like kind of like a mandatory for Chocolatito, but I know they on the top rank. So I know if Maloney win that fight, or either Franco too, either one, they might get a title shot against Encajas. I seen Encajas manager talking about that fight that they want to get the winner. So we'll see. 115 got some things popping. You know what I'm saying? So Estrada versus Ramazai been ordered by WBC. So we'll see when that fight gonna take place. All right, on to the next one. So we know Bud versus Brook going down November the 14th next weekend, and they just announced that undercard. Some of the fighters on the undercard. You got Franco versus Maloney part 2. The first fight was good. Franco, you know what I'm saying, dominated pretty much all the rounds except for the first 2 rounds. He basically dominated. He busted kid eardrum. He beat him up. He did everything but stop him. Maloney getting back in there trying to get that payback. So that could be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be another good fight. Elvis Rodriguez, he's on this card. You know what I'm saying? His opponent TBA. So he's been killing it in the bubble. I think he like 5-0 in the bubble. Looking good, looking sharp. Sporting advantage was good. Salute. So yeah, Elvis Rodriguez has been looking good. Then Joshua Grid Jr., he coming back. I think he's facing a guy named Edwin Rodriguez or something like that. So it's a get back fight for him after his loss to Mike Plana in the bubble earlier in the summer. So decent little guys to round out the cards. They got some other prospects on the card. I think Duke Reagan's on the card. His third fight. So it's some other good guys too. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned to that. I know that's gonna be a lot of hype gonna start to build up. Probably fight week of Bud versus Brook. So I'm saying stay tuned. Let me see what else we got. So we got another purse bid situation. Teixeira versus Castano. I mean, this has been long overdue. This fight was ordered last year. It was ordered last year. Excuse me. Night Elvis would be excited under the He looked good. He been looking real good. Yeah, this fight right here has been in the work for a minute. LDTB was good, bro. Salute. This fight been in the works for a long time. A lot of, we know COVID was a big part of it, but recently WO gave Golden Boy extensions to get Teixeira's work visa under control and stuff like that, and they can't get him in the country. And to me, I don't know. I wasn't there or whatnot, but it seemed kind of bogus because Teixeira from Brazil, and I see other Brazilian guys fighting. You know what I'm saying? Conceição fought last week against the kid Louis Coria. Then Falcao got a fight. Falcao is on that December 12th card too. It was some rumors about him fighting Triple G, but he's going to fight on the top ranked card. You know what I'm saying? So I understand how top rank can get their guys out the country, but Golden Boy can't. I don't know, but they WO scheduled a purse bid. You know what I'm saying? Castano is represented by TGB, PBC, and Teixeira is by Golden Boy. So hopefully get this thing under control. You know what I'm saying? And I would say PBC would win this purse bid because if Golden Boy because Golden Boy had the fight already. They had the fight. It was set for April the 25th. Then COVID happened. Then they still had rights to the fight. That's why WBO was giving them extensions. And, They was talking about the U.S. embassy down there in Brazil, whatever happened. But now they pretty much gave it to PBC or whoever else want to step in and try to win that. So I think PBC gonna win it because they're trying to set up an undisputed fight. The winner of this fight against Charlo versus this IBF mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's Charlo's next fight. He's fighting the IBF mandatory. So, like I said before, when during the Charlo fight week and afterwards, Charlo not fighting a big name next. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't trip. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the playback, don't go back and make some videos about a fight, making a fantasy fight. Let's be realistic. Charlo gonna fight his IBF mandatory, and then probably a hometown fight, and then he gonna fight the winner of this after that. And I think Castano is the favorite. So I'm not saying he gonna, it's a for sure win for him, but I think he gonna win this fight. Castano versus Teixeira, but Teixeira is dangerous and he's skilled. He can fight for long range. Castano got to get inside. He got good work rate. He throw a lot of punches. He's going to make Teixeira work. So let's see Teixeira in those late rounds and how he going to deal with Castano, because Castano going to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But I want this fight to happen, man. I think it's a good matchup. Hopefully, so this right here, it tells me if PBC win this, more likely they probably put it probably the top of the year. So that tells me Jermell Charlo, if Jermell Charlo have a fight announced around this fight date, or this might be the co-main event, that makes sense to me. Jermell Charlo, maybe like the end of January or February, he stays in decent shape. Put this fight on the undercard. Makes sense to me. They can do it. They can do it in his hometown. They've been having crowds in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everything is straight. I don't know the situation 100%, but I say they had tanked them last week, so that makes sense to me. That's me. If I'm doing it, I'm at PBC. I'm winning the purse bid. Castano Teixeira, and then Jermell Charlo got to face his mandatory IBF mandatory. Put that on the undercard, or put it the week before. Either way, that's how PBC normally do their fights. If you notice, you know who's gonna fight each other. If you look at the schedule, any fighter you see this, they basically on the same schedule, they're gonna fight. If it's a week apart, 2 weeks apart, or on the same card, they basically on the same schedule. So that's how I be looking at shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Actual facts was good, bro. Salute. It says Sport Advantage was good. Mr. Boxing today was good, bro. Salute. So that's how I look at it. And I think that makes the most sense. You put Castano Teixeira on the undercard of you know what I'm saying, of Jermell Charlo versus IBF mandatory, the Russian kid. Because the Russian kid fought on the Charlo's pay-per-view. So I'm saying, so that's how you know it's already. And then at the WC convention, they basically approved the IBF mandatory to fight the winner between Charlo and Rosario. Like, I ain't never really seen that. Another sanctioned body approving another sanctioned body's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? It's usually cutthroat, like, nah, I'm gonna get my mandatory off and then you next, or however it works. But they approved it basically. So yeah, man. Because that was clear. I mean, I think Jermell is the man, but I think, it's always good to have all 4 belts. You know what I'm saying? And I think if we fight Castano, that'd be a good fight and a good test for him, for real. But I think he'll probably win that fight, but it's still a good matchup. So look forward to that. We're gonna see first bid next week, so we should hear something about that. All right, so that takes me to Canelo, free agent. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of the Golden Boy contract situation, and we all heard about that. The end of the summer, all the way up to now. So my thoughts, I mean, I guess it's good for him. You know what I'm saying? It makes him flexible. He can fight anybody he want to fight, whatever. I hope this means that he's going to fight like the top guys. Now, Canelo, he get a bad rap because he fight top guys, but it's like a catch. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jacobs fight, he should get credit for that. But then he put a rehydration clause on Jacobs when both of them champions then unifying. He put a rehydration clause on just about everybody he fight. So it's kind of like a asterisk by that. But he's still, like one of the biggest names in boxing, probably the biggest. Depends who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely the cash cow. So it's good when he's fighting because he bring a lot of attention to the sport of boxing. So not sure what he's gonna do. I know PBC. A lot of people talking about him fighting on PBC, which is good. He got some smoke over there with Jamal Charlo, Caleb Plant, Benavidez. To name a few. But I don't think that's like 100% though, because he can go anywhere, any direction. He can go to the match room. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He can go to, like, I think Canelo big enough where he probably can get his own TV network. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know NBC is coming back. I threw this out there just talking to some fellas. NBC coming back to boxing. Imagine Canelo getting his own deal with NBC. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. So it's not 100% that he's gonna sign with PBC because he can sign with Matchroom and still fight those same guys, or he don't even have to sign with Matchroom. He can just be he could just broker himself to all these big promoters and companies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He can do it like that. He can still fight Matchroom guys because they still got smoke over there too. Callum Smith, Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe, all those guys he can still fight. That's three fights on PBC that I named, 3 fights on Matchroom. Top rank, they don't have nobody like that. I mean, they got Rob Brandon 60. I thought if he dropped to 60 to fight him, Murata, he still can fight Murata. That's a big fight, like internationally. You know what I'm saying? And then 168, you got Berlanga, but is he ready for Canelo right now? So yeah, PPC makes the most sense, especially if you're trying to do pay-per-view. They talk about him negotiating with Caleb Plant on December 19th. That's a good fight though. Good fight for him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. But I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense and it's fun as a boxing fan. I want that fight. But when I look at that shit realistically, I'm not sure if that fight happens. I think he fight Yildirim on the 19th. You know what I'm saying? Because if we got Spence pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? We got now UK, they got a pay-per-view on the 12th with AJ and Pulev. So who gonna have that fight in the UK? Canelo, I think he normally work with Sky Sports. They're gonna run back to back. You know what I'm saying? And Christmas time. Nah, I don't see that. It could happen. I'm cool. Caleb Plant, even having Caleb Plant fight on regular network TV, Fox. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can appeal. He can appeal to certain fan base, to the white fan base and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So put him on network TV makes the most sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Even on regular Showtime. But I think Fox would be better. Put it on Fox. Even put that shit on CBS or something like that. ABC, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think it would make boxing even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Look what Teofimo and Lomachenko did. They did great, outstanding. I think that's what if a lot of boxing fans talk about, well, boxing need more stars and stuff like that. The way you do it is put it on network TV, so everybody can see it. So we know the hardcore fans gonna watch it. So we gotta cater to the casual fans. That's how they make their money, the casual fans. So put it on Fox, regular Fox. That's what I would do. So that's why but just looking at the schedule, I don't know if a pay-per-view on the 19th where you got hella college football that day. You just gotta be realistic. You got hella college football. You got a lot of stuff going on around that time. And then you're gonna have a pay-per-view on the 5th with Spence. And then, AJ, that's not a pay-per-view over here, but speaking on UK, I'm pretty sure you want to get that UK money. So I'm just saying that's why I say it's Yildirim. I think it's gonna be Yildirim. For that vacant WBC. You think Canelo would sign a Pac-Man style contract? Man, I don't know what type of contract Pac-Man have though, so I can't really speak on it. Um, I can't really speak on it, meaning that he's gonna. I don't know because I haven't looked at. I don't know the ins and outs of that. But to me, I think Canelo big enough where he don't have to sign with a promoter or a management company or anything like that. He big enough. Like I don't think he have to. I think he can sign with the network. He should sign with a network, get your bread, and then he can broker to. Because if everybody want to fight Canelo, basically, he can get any fight. He make the most money. So everybody is not nobody's going to turn that fight down like that if it came down to it. So I don't want to say necessarily tie yourself down to like a 3 or 4 fight deal. I would say be flexible and just long as he got the network, he can bring fighters over there. No matter if them guys is tied to PBC, Fox, Showtime, um, the Zone, whatever. He can broker that deal because he's the man. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? As in fight by fight. Oh, okay, fight by fight. Yeah, yep. I agree. Pacquiao. I didn't know Pacquiao shit was fight by fight, but yeah, I would do it like that, fight by fight. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, boss. Salute. Fight by fight. That way you don't tie yourself down. But if he gonna be a free agent, he gonna fight all these guys that we want because he's 30 years old. So I think it's about time. I think he's gonna be trying to look to secure that legacy. And if he fight these guys, Benavidez, Plant, Charlo, Callum Smith, Billy Joe, like imagine if he fought all 6 of those guys in a row like that. So that'd be he fight 2 times a year. That's about what about in the next 3 years. So by the time he bought 34, he got all those fights under his belt and he won. Yo, yeah, man, that'd be crazy. But yeah, salute to him though. You know what I'm saying? Get control of his career though. You know what I'm saying? Not many places Canelo can go. ESPN, yeah. I'm pretty sure Canelo big enough though. He can do his own thing. Like he get his own network. I think he can sign to a network, kind of like how Floyd did. Floyd signed to Showtime, and he fought all Golden Boy fighters. You feel what I'm saying? So he said PBC the most logic. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think they're gonna cater to him. So I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? If he can make the same amount of money without being tied down to a network, like let's say he got to like he don't have to. I think if he got the network, they're gonna come fight him. So if these guys on PBC talking about they can't fight on no different network, then I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. More to come for sure. Eubank. He said you put Eubank in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'd be a good little UK fight when we get some fans back. So, all right, move on. All right, so Carissa Shields supposed to return in December. You know what I'm saying? They let the cat out the bag. It was a Montreal, Canada newspaper that dropped it. Her opponent, Marie-Eve Declaire, the IBF champion, 154 pounds. They basically did an interview. They was profiling her, and she was talking about when she coming back. So she said December 11th, and it's with Zuffa Boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's Dana White. You know, Dana White been trying to get into boxing for a minute, and hey, it makes sense to me. I know Carissa was with Showtime, and I guess they couldn't fit into the schedule. She was supposed to fight on the Charlo undercard, but you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know what happened. Then she was supposed to be on the Spence undercard too, pay-per-view. Same thing. So, she's going to Zuffa Boxing. Just I guess they're just gonna work out a deal. And you know how Dana White, say what you want about him, but he's gonna make the best fights. So excuse me. So this card, she's facing a tough fighter, you know what I'm saying? Declare is a southpaw, 17-0. She don't got no KOs, but she's a boxer. She hop around a lot around the ring. She got good legs, you know what I'm saying? I know she did some type of other MMA or mixed martial art. I think she was karate or something like that. And she can box a little bit. I said Dana White would be good for boxing. I hope. Yeah, he's gonna try to make the best fights, but I think this is a good way to come into boxing though, because you come into let's say he came into the welterweight division, that's a mess. You know what I'm saying? Well, the division, even heavyweight, all like most of these divisions are a mess. At least with the ladies, you got a star, so you got that solidified. And you see what he did with the ladies in UFC once he got on board, so he can make it a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. I know this undercard supposed to have some good ladies fights too. So stay tuned. They're supposed to announce that shit like on Tuesday or something like that. But they kind of let the cow the bad. They're trying to keep it on the hush. But if you read between the lines and listen to the interviews and stuff like that, you can figure that shit out, bro. Carissa had an interview with she had an interview on Akin Barak talking about this, this subject right here, that she's coming back in the middle of December and she don't want to announce the thing and blah 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 blah. Then we already know that my man trying to get into boxing, Dana White. So to me, it was really just putting two and two together. You know what I'm saying? I kind of figured that, but once I seen the article, I had to use my Google Translate though to see what they was talking about in French. And that shit said the same thing that I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And they just confirmed the date. And it's supposed to be on UFC Fight Pass. So I got UFC Fight Pass. So I was kind of happy. I ain't gonna lie. I've been having UFC Fight Pass for a minute. And I ain't gonna lie, I rarely watch it unless, I see some boxing. I watched Toko Khan Clary fought last week. Well, it was on the 29th. And sometimes Lou DiBella have cards on there. That's the only reason why I got it. But they haven't been showing a lot of boxing lately. So, and I like MMA, but I ain't rocking with it like that. So I'm kind of happy though. So we'll see how this shit unfold. I know they was trying to keep it on the wraps and stuff like that, but you can't keep stuff on the wraps like that. Not at this social media age. So yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the building. I'm about to go run down a couple of fights that happened last night and this morning, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Salute to everybody though coming through. Had a couple fights I want to talk about. Had a fight in Russia that I was interested in this morning. I gotta get up and watch that. That was good. So I'm gonna talk about last night. So it was a card in Florida. They had the Florida Hall of Fame, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It was on the TNK Boxing YouTube channel. Had a chance to check that out. Had a lot of fights on the card. But the main one I want to talk about, this one right here. Kaylee Reese, you know what I'm saying, versus Candy Wyatt. This was for the vacant WBA title at 140. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. Let me see what my man say. Yeah, this little fight at 140. Heavyweight show. Oh yeah, the heavyweights. Yes, sir. I'm definitely watching that tonight. All of them. Smart business, man. Yeah, I see. You said Zane versus AJ. They probably can make that happen in China if we get some fans. But Kayla Reese is a veteran. You know what I'm saying, former world champion 160. She won a unanimous decision last night. You know what I'm saying. She boxed well. It was a tougher fight than I thought because the girl Candy White came to fight. But girl, she boxed well. This is good. She's in a good division because Chantel Cameron is won the vacant WBC title, and then she got her stablemates. They got titles. Christina Lenartu, she got her WO back after losing to Katie Taylor last year, and then Mary McGee, she's the IBF championship. Mary McGee is the last one to fight Holly Holm in boxing. So, yeah, man, it's some smoke at 140 for her, yo. So salute to her on that. I'm gonna talk about this morning's Russian fights real quick. Yeah, I be watching all types of cards, bro. It don't matter. But yeah, it was a Russian card this morning. Evgeny Romanov, he's like number 13, the WO. He fought former world champion Sergey Lahovich. He stopped him in 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Pretty one-sided. Lahovich is like 44 years old. He got stopped versus a guy from Canada, Simon Keane, I believe, last year. He went all 10 rounds and got stopped in the 10th round. So, Romanov is, he's 35 years old, so time is now. I like to see him step up for real. I mean, anybody in W. I like to see him against Frank Sanchez or, some of the guys that's fighting, that's in the ranking. Um, shoot, Tom Schwartz, anybody, just step up. You know what I'm saying? I think it's about time. If he's trying to do something with his career at 35 years old, the time is now. I know heavyweights bloom later, but still, you got these young guys coming up too. And we all know Romanov is known for stopping Deontay Wilder in the amateur, so that's his claim to fame. You know what I'm saying? So, got the wrong junk up. Yeah. So that's what I see though. I see let me take this shit off. Mess around with the strain yard. Yeah. Then they got a cruiserweight guy, Evgeny Teleshenko. You know what I'm saying? This is a tall kid, Olympic gold medalist in 2016. He got a second round knockout too. Stopped the guy with a left to the body. It was nice. Left hand to the body. Yeah, I can see them fighting in China too. Charles Martin, yeah. They give him dropping that bag. But this guy, Teleshenko, tall, southpaw, you know what I'm saying? He fights kind of like in a crouch, which is kind of good though. When I was thinking about like, he don't fight straight up. He'll have his got his 10 chuck, but he's a destroyer though. Real. He coming with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you had this the kid at junior middleweight, Magomov. This kid right here can fight, bro. He kind of fight like Teofimo Lopez a little bit. Not explosive, but shoulder roll, wide base, a lot of counter punching. He got a second round knockout too. So, like, I like 154. That's my favorite division in boxing right now. I think it's deep. I know 135 got like a lot of high profile names right now, but it's not deep to me because after you get through after you name Teofimo, Tank, who else? Haney, Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna think Ryan Garcia top 5 to be honest, but let's keep him in there. Lomachenko. Who else? And nobody. And y'all gonna give Comey a shot. Verdejo. Like I know these guys, but a lot of people don't talk about the division. If you tell me it's like the division is the best division in boxing, and you naming 4 people, nah, bro, you gotta give me a solid 15, at least solid 10. Just like 154, could give you a solid 10. I think Michael Soro is probably like number 9 or 10, and I think he'll give Jermell Charlo a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that about the number 9 and 10 guy at lightweight. You can't say Tago is going to give Teofimo hell or even Kambosos. We seen him last week, so that's how I look at it. I don't know, my shit a little different, but I like 154. So yes, sir. So that card happened this morning. This card from Russia. It was on the RCC YouTube channel. If you want to go back and check that out, you know what I'm saying. So yes, sir. So just make sure you guys check out the fights this tonight. You got on Fox. You got Luis Ortiz coming back. He's facing Alexander Flores. It's an all heavyweight card. Frank Sanchez versus Brian Howard. Who else? Michael Polite Coffee versus Joey Abel. That might be a fun scrap because Abel either gonna knock you out or he gonna get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And then Mike Coffee, you know what I'm saying? He looked good at the weigh-in. He dropped like 12 pounds since his last fight. So, you know what I'm saying? He's still learning. Carlos Negron on that card. And then the other kid, damn, slipping my mind, but the other kid, he like 6'5", 245, something like that. Like 3-0, but he's on that card. I forget his name. So, them heavyweights, they're going to come to bang. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be on Fox. So they might have a decent little number tonight. We'll see how everything turns out. Yes, sir. Oh, Steven Torres, that's his name. I had to look him up real quick. 3-0, yeah. Look out for him. I don't know if he might have a swing bout. Then you got Devin Haney fight on the zone against Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? Philip Herkovic versus Rydell Booker. Zilli Zane versus Devin Vargas, and they got a couple of prospects on the card. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. You know what I'm saying? Should be decent little action tonight for boxing. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody coming through the building. Anybody listen to the playback, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep rocking with boxing. It's all good. It's all love, and I'm out.